Hi everyone, I'm April Ibarra, gerontologist and founder of Bold Not Old. My passion, my mission is to inspire women over 50 to age with confidence and clarity, and to start to look at midlife as an opportunity for growth, purpose, and possibility. I know that's not what we see in the media. I know that's not sometimes how we feel. Many people fear aging. I want to help you change that. I turned 62 this year, and I see nothing but possibilities in this age. And I want to share with you why. So a little bit about me. How did I get started into gerontology? I was actually 19 years old and teaching exercise classes in a nursing home. I've always been a big fan of fitness, and I went back to school. Actually, I was divorced for the first time when I first went to college, and I was studying wellness and health promotion. And I began teaching exercise classes in a nursing home. And right away, I became very certain that movement and wellness and how we live have a huge impact on how well we age and how important it is. I went on, it took me probably about 11 years to do my undergrad and my master's in gerontology at Miami University. I worked the whole way through, and I got my master's in gerontology, and I went on to work in healthcare systems, senior living, home health, technology, and recently care management. And I've just been fascinated with aging. I can't explain it other than I connect with people and I look at the aging experience just a little bit differently. I see the wisdom. I see the freedom that it can bring you, especially as you get older and you think, you know what, you don't care so much about what people think about you. You're not worried so much about titles and again, what people are thinking of you. It is a tremendous time for freedom, especially as a woman, because if we're not careful, and this is why I'm doing this, we begin to fade away. So what I've learned in 35 years in this business is nobody wants to talk about aging, but it's not gonna stop me, right? So that's why I'm calling my program and this channel Bold Not Old, because I think it's time to step up and really claim who you are. We go through that as a teenager. We start kind of figuring out, who am I? What do I want for my life? We have dreams, we have aspirations, and then life happens, right? Adulthood is not really the best time of the year. We may think so because maybe our skin looks better, maybe we feel better. But quite frankly, it's a hard time of life. We're really grinding. And rarely do we stop to think, how do I want to live? What's most important to me? And so I think midlife, to me, after 50, is the perfect time to do this. Also, most recently, as my role as a care manager, I've become immersed again in what it's like and walking people through their aging journey to the end of life. And I've seen what families go through. I see what individuals go through. And quite frankly, I'm disturbed as hell. And you should be too. And we're going to talk more about that. What is, the healthcare system is designed to heal us, not help us manage the aging journey. It's very disappointing and very frustrating to me. And so I felt compelled to really start on this journey of teaching and talking about how we can better live our lives, because the longevity research really proves that how we age is not determined by our genes. It's not determined by the calendar, by our age. It's how we live our life. It's our mindset. When I turned 50, I had a moment. This was kind of one of my first nudges. I was divorced, and I had been divorced for quite some time and doing great in my career. But I turned 50 and I wanted to go to Italy so bad, but I didn't want to go alone. I wanted someone to share my life with. And right then I knew I was going to have to make some decisions. I was going to have to change my mindset. It wasn't that I'd never tried to find another partner or companion in my life, but my mindset wasn't quite there. And so instead of going to Italy, I went up to my attic in my the home that I was renting, and that's where I would go and do yoga. And I just rolled out my yoga mat, felt closer to God there, and I literally sat there and set an intention that I was ready to receive love, I was ready to give love. I had finally healed from a lot of the trauma. We've all had trauma. We'll talk a little bit about that on this journey as well. But I was ready for something different. And so I wasn't asking anyone for anything, but I was setting an intention for what I wanted, what I needed. And literally 3 months later, I met Pablo, who is my husband now. We've been together 10 years. And that experience has obviously changed my life. The week that he retired, after 35 years in a corporate role himself, I got downsized from my corporate job. And that was the second downsizing I'd had. And I sat there and I thought, what? And he was excited. Let's retire. I knew I had way much more work to do. And I also didn't want that ending of my career to be my legacy. We're also going to talk about legacy. So I started my own company and I began care management. And I wanted to get really back into what I call the weeds of what is going on in aging America. What are people experiencing? What are families going through? What are the services available? What's it like to be an older person at the doctor's, at the emergency room? And I've spent the last 3 years doing that. And that has gotten me even more motivated to coach and talk about how we can change our experience. Our healthcare system is not set up to manage the aging population. And I'm sure you know this. Not only are you getting older, but everybody else in the world is getting older. And we're going to have a large population of people over the age of 70 and 80. And we're not prepared. And the healthcare system does a great job of healing, but not a great job of caring for people with chronic disease and disability. And quite frankly, most people spend their last 12 and a half years of their life with disease and disability. That's a fact, but that is not the way it has to be. So that's why I'm on this journey. So I hope you will continue to follow me. So I've had a lot of great things happen to me from 50 to now, and I'm on this mission to bring you along with me. So I hope you'll follow along. There's so much to talk about. I've built a framework really that kind of ties in all of the research that I've been looking at, along with my experiences and what's familiar with most people in the wellness model. And that framework is Live Bold, Not Old. And we're going to go through that. And so each week we're going to learn a little bit more about how we can take control of our aging journey. We'll get to know each other. And I will give you some very practical tools and some real research to help you live with confidence and clarity, a life full of vitality and purpose based on what matters most to you. So I hope you'll follow me on this journey. Please subscribe, and I need your help. Please share this video. Please share this channel and follow along with me. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really hopeful that that you will be able to take some of the principles that I've learned and that I'm going to share and enhance your life so that as you grow older, because guess what? We can't change aging. And aging isn't great all the time, but neither is life, right? The teenage years were hard. Middle age is hard. Being young is hard. We've got so much opportunity as we go older, but we have to do it intentionally. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And my question to you is, what do you want the rest of your life to look like? This is a beautiful opportunity to spend just a little bit of time to think about what matters most to you. And that's where we'll start the journey to live bold, not old.